Let's give a very big round of applause to my friend. He is Greek, he's currently in a cast, but he's still strong as ever. He's a lovely man. Please give a very big round of applause for our next act, Socrates.
Well, thanks. Keep going there for Ed. So yeah, my name is Socrates, and I'm an American. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate that. Break my fucking arm, my stuff, you getting goddamn one. Fucking hell. So I've been learning new words, trying to expand my knowledge about shit, and it's not good. Some of it's painful. I had to learn a new Dutch word, aangereden. It apparently means, to be slammed into. I'll use it in a Dutch sentence here. Ik ben aangereden door een scooterklootzak. Which basically means a fucking asshole ran into me with a scooter. Yeah. So I'll give a quick, if you don't know any expats here, any expats? We have expats? Expats? Okay. This is something you should know. There's a thing called a fietspad. Now, a fietspad is a bicycle path. And there's a spoiler alert, it's for bicycles. So when I saw the car on the fietspad, my first thought was, the fuck? Moments later, as I came around the blind corner, and then I saw the scooter, who I think was also thinking, the fuck, but he wasn't, riding in his, smart ways. So he was all the way on my side, so I saw the scooter, and I kind of thought, this guy shouldn't be here either, but what I said was, ah! And then I went flying. The flying part was fun. I enjoyed the flying. That was peaceful and such, because there was a big bang, and then there was, and then there was a crashing into the ground, and realizing that, I should probably call 112, etc. So I got to do that for the first time, and I also explained to the driver a little bit in New Jersey that I did not agree with what he chose to do, which involves saying the word fuck in various different formats, like what the fuck did you do, etc., etc., etc. And I asked the guy, I said, are you Dutch, because I figured if he was, about the lander, I could understand. He doesn't know bike paths, car paths, etc. But no, he was from Netherlands, he was Dutch. Wasn't from Amsterdam, he told me, that shouldn't matter, I said, how old are you? He said, 59. Now I'm 56. I learned fietspad, I'm not even from here. So I was, he then gave me his excuse. You don't want to know what his excuse was? He was following the GPS. Good thing it wasn't pointing him into a canal or a building or a bank, etc. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, the ambulance came by, and they always say the Dutch give you paracetamol for anything,
Yeah, true.
Gave me fentanyl. Got to the hospital, they gave me morphine. Said, do you want more morphine? I said, yeah. Then they gave me Oxycontin. The Oxycontin ran out. I said, hey, can I get more Oxycontin? They said, sure. So it's kind of got all, it is fully broken at the top, but I can actually kind of move it because they didn't put a cast on it because the Dutch are cheap. So it's got all the colors of the rainbow. It's kind of pretty. And see, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the world recently. I saw Putin's recent press conference. He was trying to explain what happened. He said he was just following the GPS. It sounded like a bullshit answer both times to me. But if you're worried about the world and all the crises, etc., I'm not, because we got politicians in charge of the world. And, they're the ones who create the crises, so I'm sure they'll fix them eventually. And so the problem is some of these things, they always come back to these words. And one of the words that people don't quite understand is the word politics, which is actually a Greek word. And it comes from poly, which means many, and ticks. Blood-sucking parasite that spreads diseases. Politics. Now, any Greek father likes to explain these things, and I told my dad that joke just the other day. Even though he laughed, he had to tell me that that's not what politics comes from. It comes from Polis, a city, and it was the first time organizing. And I said to him, yeah, but is that funny? I didn't think so either. So you don't want to always take all advice from your father. You got to appreciate him. But the other one I like is, of course, democracy is what we're all trying to do and just failing us all miserably. Again, they don't understand necessarily what it comes from, but democracy, of course, is a Greek word. Comes from demo, to try out, and krisi, which is Greek for wine. So what the people wanted, they wanted some wine. They wanted to have a good time, And that's why all the political organizations are called parties. Ain't nobody party like a green party. I've yet to get a cheer for the Green Party anytime I've ever said that, which just makes me realize that you're old, dude. I'm old, so I don't really care. But, again, words, if you spend enough time alone, and then, with comedy itself, this is just a word thing, All you're up here, half naked, a little off the shoulder number. But all I have is my words to go with, you know what I'm saying? So, I think it's interesting that the words that we go with, like, where are you guys from?
Brazil, Spain.
Brazil, Spain. What's your word for sweetie, honey, baby, sugar pie? Which in American is just fattening words that make you, give your heart disease.
What?
Your honey, your sugar baby, my little baby.
Amorzinho.
Amorzinho. What a beautiful word. It's the amorzinho. I'm like, the Dutch word, right? Schatje. Schatje. How do you put your schatje in the band? Oh, it's schatje. I don't get shit like that, Now, the word I like is oucha, which is a little tiny onion. But oucha sounds nice. Who's about oucha? Oh, I like oucha. I think it's a sweeter word.
Doei is also
Dewey's nice, yeah, but then you're leaving, etc. That's the word for my love. Dewey! Ik ben weg! Yeah, got a good Dutch word. Gotta come in there wherever you can, all the time. Yeah, another Dutch word that I'm learning more and more, unfortunately, with each passing day of my life, it's a hard word to understand, and if you've ever gone out with a Dutch person, and you're not Dutch, this is a word that will confound you, and that word is because they'll use it in good times, bad times, doesn't matter, park my car, cooking an egg. Well, it definitely does apply to what's recently happened to me, because this was sort of a kind of a thing. And, one of the big differences in languages, like as I'm Greek as well, I was in Greece recently, and all my Greek family, I've noticed Greek's all in the front of the lips. It's all pop-a-top. And Dutch is all in the back of the throat. Where English is certainly American English, you don't need to do any of these things. If you fall down, fortunately I didn't, and break your jaw and it's wild shut, it really doesn't affect you for the most part. You don't need the front, you don't need the back, you can be heard, you're just fine like this, it's okay. So, my little ouches, this is my thing, watch out for students, my name is Socrates,
Let's give it up for Socrates. I tried to shake his hand, but I forgot he was crippled.